Ha ha ha, he's ha ha power. Okay, you guys, okay. I don't have your money, okay? But I can teach you to write a great essay. Yeah?
Yo. We want our money. Cooks ain't free, dog.
Hey guys, this sounds like a pretty good idea. Let's hear him out.
I'm down with this.
Okay, you guys. The first part of the essay is the tag. Tag stands for title, author, genre. So let's take, for example, I want to write about J-Dog's cookies.
Yo, dog, those are the best.
So you do your tag like this. The sugar cookie recipe, Lowball Cooks by J-Dog, with Lowball Cooks being the title, J-Dog being the author, and the sugar cookie being the genre.
That's tight, Holmes.
The last thing I'm going to teach you guys about the essay is the thesis. The thesis explains the main point of your essay, like when you go up to someone and say, hey, I'm here because I want my money. For my thesis about J-Dog's Cooks, I would say, I think J-Dog's Cooks are the best because of taste, longevity, and lack of side effects.
Damn, fool, this is easy.
Alright, so the real last part is I'm going to teach you how to write a good summary. To make my point, let me borrow some cookies.
Aight, dog. But we better get it back.
Alright, thanks, man. Alright, so when I want to write a good summary about the cookies, I should include things like made ingredients and bake time. If I want to write about a book, I should include things like setting, main characters, and plot.
Dang, dog. I think I could write a great essay.
Alright, guys, that was great. Just gonna walk away now.
That fool took our cookies. Get him!
Tally ho! Wow, essays sure are cool. The written word can give you a lot of power over other people.
Yeah, man. As they say, knowledge is power.
You know what else is really powerful? Science.
Oh, how?
Let's learn about atoms and how they use power.
Okay.
Come on.
Have you ever laid awake in your bed at night, wondering how Bohr's model of the atom affects your life? It all began with a man named Rutherford. In 1911, Ernest Rutherford published a model of the atom with a very small, positively charged center that contained the majority of the mass, later termed the nucleus. This model did not predict the electrons, but rather assumed that they followed a planetary orbit around the nucleus. However, this explanation of the electrons was unable to explain the phenomenon of the line emission spectra. While light from the sun emits a full band of color, when energy is given to elements, they only emit a certain frequency of color. The scientific world did not know what to do. They were lost to how this could possibly be, until Niels Bohr to the rescue! Niels Bohr was a doctor of physics who obtained his degree from the University of Copenhagen. He hypothesized the Rutherford model in a way that explains the line emission spectrum in a new model. This model called Bohr's model, theorized that the idea of a central nucleus was correct. However, the arrangement of electrons was entirely different than Rutherford's free orbit model. The Bohr's model suggested that the electrons can only be in certain energy levels, and only a certain number of electrons can fit in each energy level. This model can then be applied to the line emission phenomenon. When energy is added to the electrons, they ascend to a higher energy level and have more potential energy in the same way that an object raised above the Earth has more potential energy. The electrons raised to this new level is considered to be in its excited state. The electron will quickly want to leave this excited state and fall back to its normal or ground state. However, the energy held within the electron has to be released for it to go to its ground state. This energy is released as a photon, or light. This light can only be at certain frequencies depending on the distance between the energy levels. When a group of atoms has energy applied, their electron rises to different levels depending on the amount of energy they receive. These different levels emit different colors of light, leading to lines of certain colors being formed when the light is divided by a prism. These colors are so unique that elements can be identified using these lines. The Bohr model of the atom was considered correct until suddenly, brain blast! The quantum model of the atom was born. Bohr's theory about energy levels and his explanation of the line emission spectrum are spot on, but new discoveries have proven that energy levels are not rings but orbitals. These are places where electrons of certain energy levels probably are. Bohr contributed a great deal to the discovery and refinement of the idea of the atom.
Hey Ben, chemistry sure is powerful.
It sure is, Justin. But you know what's even more powerful? Militaries.
Cool.
At the end of the 19th century, in Europe, they started building really, really big militaries.
Sounds like sheer power.
Let's go there now. Woo!
It was the turn of the 20th century. Europe was cooling down from recent conflicts. Things were starting to look up. But then...
Militarism! The belief that a country should use and maintain a strong military in order to advance state goals. This belief began to spread through Europe during the end of the 19th century.
Claire, have you heard of the new Unstoppable Dreadnought?
Jolly good. We must have a few of those about.
Herr Fenstermacher, dem besten Flatten Stiefel Boiten.
Wir müssen beaufsichtigen, waffnen Marine!
I dare say, old bean, the Jerrys are trying to rival our navy. Let's show a little British might. We must construct more dreadnoughts.
By the way, sir.
Nein, nein, nein! Wollen my Satan! Shutting time production!
Yes, Herr Fenstermacher.
Mehr!
More ships.
This is how militarism spread. People saw other nations building large armies and built their own in fear out of losing power in European politics. This created distrust between nations with large armies. This led to the outbreak of World War I. Europe became a powder keg ready to explode, with nations with large armies that were ready to use them.
Triumph of steel, nature that the power of the Greek star is still out, the power to
Ben?
Hey!
Well, Ben, we learned a lot today, and I learned that planning is power.